Hey everybody, it's your girl, Glorious Black Girl. Yes, it's me. I'm coming back with the second episode. In this episode, we'll be talking about daddy issues and breaking the generation curses of daddy issues. Like, mostly everyone have daddy issues for some odd reason. It does not matter what race you are. Black people have daddy issues. White people have daddy issues. Mexican people have daddy issues. People that's not from the United States have daddy issues. Why is that? I have no clue, but we're going to get into this. If you have any comments, leave them down below. If you don't want to leave your comment for everybody to see them, you can definitely inbox me on my Facebook page. I will send a link to that. So let's get into it. I would be talking about my own situation. I would be talking about other things as well, dealing with daddy issues. So, daddy issues, as much as men try to talk about women having daddy issues, they have them too. Yes, men have daddy issues too. And most of them have mama issues as well. Am I tripping or am I not tripping? I feel like men have daddy issues and mama issues, especially black men. So, I know a lot of people with daddy issues. I really, really do. I know a few people who mom and dad are still together, and that did not come without a lot of heartbreak within those relationships, but that's a whole different other subject. So, I used to have daddy issues, I guess, but not due to me not knowing my real dad. It's because of my stepdad and the man I call dad. And don't get me wrong, I already told them the issues I had with them, and I'm good now. We talked about how I felt about them a year or two ago and a few years ago with my dad. So, but from time to time, things trigger me. Like when guys who act like they have been there for their kids, but really haven't. Don't you hate that? That like they post about their kids, they steal pictures off of your Facebook page or off of your Instagram page and post them and change the caption as if the kid was with them, but really was not. Woo, I have too many stories about that, about how my son dad would steal pictures off of my Instagram page and change the post as if my son was with him. But that's not my issue. But things like that triggered me. The other night, matter of fact, I'm not gonna speak on it, but the other night something really, really triggered me. And it just brought me back to a place where I'm like, I cannot stand men sometimes. I cannot stand men sometimes. But honestly, I can't stand people a lot of the time. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman or little kids or whatever. I cannot stand a lot of people at times because of the way they act, the way they were raised, which probably is why I'm in counseling. If you need therapy, go get therapy, go seek help. Maybe it will work for you, maybe it won't. But hey, it does not hurt to try. And let me reiterate, like I did last time, I am not a counselor. I'm not a professional. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. I am just here speaking how I feel, speaking my opinion, speaking about the things that I've been through in my own life. But back to what I was saying, I hate when men, and not only men, but women who haven't been a part of that kid's life pretend that they are a part of that kid's life and they're really not. Let me talk about my own situation. My own situation. I'm not ashamed about it at all, at all, at all. Now, don't get me wrong. I wish I would have healed. I wish I would have healed for the right one to come along. I wish I would have healed the right way. But I did what I did, which was lay down with someone to get over someone else. And what's funny about that is nothing about them has even changed. And what I mean by that is I literally got into a relationship to get over another relationship. And what's so crazy is that person that I was trying to get over is still the same. Like they're literally the same. They changed a little bit, I guess, but not much, not really. So they wasn't even worth it. They wasn't even worth me being all heartbroken over because yeah, but don't it be like that, ladies? You try to talk to somebody new to get over somebody old. Man, y'all do the same thing. Y'all lay down with women to get over this woman and that woman or whatever, and yeah, it don't be even worth it. But back to what I was saying. I laid with someone to get over someone else and ended up with a kid. Yes, I did. And don't get me wrong, I love my child with all my heart. I would lay my life down to make sure my child lives. And this is my first kid and his first kid. I knew it was a 50-50 chance he was or wasn't going to be there. And he's not here. He's not here for his son. And no, I haven't stopped him from seeing his kid. I have not stopped him from seeing his kid, which he himself would like to think that I've stopped him from being in his child life, but glorious black girl have not stopped him from being a part of his son life, even though I feel like I have every right to stop him from being a part of his child life. Because I literally haven't seen a change. And not saying I haven't seen a change. Maybe he has changed. I personally do not know because he have not shown. He really haven't shown anything. Like I feel like I have every right to stop him from seeing his kid because last time I known or He was doing drugs. He ended up going to jail or the crazy house, talking all this kind of crazy things, crazy stuff or whatnot. Anyhow, and of course, what do men do? Not just men, and don't get me wrong. I know I keep saying men, but guess what? My experience is with men, not with women. Men, not women. Anywho. But of course, he wanted to blame me for his messed up ways. He wanted to blame me for the things he was going through. He wanted to blame me because I put him on child support, which I had every right to put him on child support because he was not doing for his kid. He did not try to do for his kid. It took him to be on child support. It took for us to go to court for him to even pay at that time. And honestly, it's not like he pay all the time. Sometimes he do, sometimes he don't. Um, but honestly, I'm not even tripping off of that. I used to trip off of that because I used to be like, he should help. And he should help. But I'm not going to beg anyone to help me with my child. Not even his own dad. I'm not going to do it. Because at the end of the day, my child is good. My child is honestly better off without his dad. But of course, every little boy and every little girl want their dad and their mom in their lives. So, yeah. But again, let me go back into the story. His dad wanted to blame me for his messed up ways, but that is what people do when they don't want to take care of their responsibilities for their own actions. Like, I personally don't understand why he was trying to blame me. I mean, how do you blame someone for something when they weren't even around? I was not even around when he done the drugs. I didn't even know he was on drugs. At that time, I could not tell. Um, and mind you, this was, I'm speaking about something that is like 5 years ago. This, what I'm talking about now, has happened 5 years ago. So, whatever situation he's in now or not in, I do not know. I'm speaking on something that happened 5 years ago. So maybe he has changed for the better. I pray to God he has. Only him and God knows. Only him, his nose, and God knows. I personally do not know. But I wish him the best for his sake and his son's sake. Like, I can blame him for a lot of things, but I can't really blame him for a lot of things. Like calling CPS on me because I told him he couldn't stay with me. Like, I literally told him he could not stay with me. And he called CPS on me like the following day, the next day. At that time, my son was 2. So, how do you trust somebody who calls the police slash CPS on you because you said, no, you cannot come to my house. It is 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night. We are not in a relationship. I do not want to see you. And your son is 2. He's in the bed. Like, why do you want to come over? You can come see him the next day. I said, you can come over to see him the next day, but you're not staying the night at my house. So, no. And this boy had the nerve to call CPS on me. Anyways, of course, they did not find anything. Everything was all good. It was dropped. And that is why I do not, that's part of the reason why I do not trust his dad. So, bam, drugs, bam, calling CPS when you don't get your way, trying to have my son taken away from me when you shouldn't even be around him, period. I mean, we were never together like that. We only were, we was like only in a relationship for 3 or 4 months, I think. Honestly, like I said, I'm not ashamed of my situation. I was literally trying to get over my ex and got with my son, dad. And yeah, but I did try for a week to make it work. When I found out I was pregnant, nope, it wasn't going, but it wasn't going to work for me. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. I wasn't for him. He wasn't for me. It was too many red flags. It was too many red flags. And yes, I seen the red flags, which is why I broke up with him. But when I broke up with him, y'all know what happened to me. I found out the very next day I was pregnant. Oh, that's my life. I literally found out the next day that I was having a baby. And, hmm, but you know what? Honestly, I love my son to death. Like, I love my son, and I wish I would have had my son with somebody else. I really do. But I had my son with who I had my son by, and I love my son, and I'm going to say that. Anyways, I don't understand why people be trying to say, I need to let my son dad be a part of his life. When half of them have their own messed up issues, like they have their own messed up issues, like their baby daddy is in the pen, their baby daddies beat up on them, their baby daddies cheat on them, and have multiple kids. Um, their baby daddies set them on fire. Their baby daddies do a lot of crazy ass shit. And I just don't understand how you're going to try to tell Glory is what to do with her life or what I should be doing in my son's life when I personally don't ask any of y'all for y'all help. I don't. I don't ask any of y'all for money when it comes to my son. I don't ask y'all to watch my son. I don't ask for anything when it comes to my son. I really honestly take care of my son by my damn self. Or and not even that, like people and not just and I'm just not talking about the women who have messed up baby daddy, but even the guys who try to say stuff, y'all baby mama crazy. Y'all baby mama don't even let y'all see y'all kids for whatever odd reason, and I don't get into y'all situation at all. Like As y'all can clearly see, I just stated in the beginning part that my son that was using drugs. What kind? I will not say. I will let that be him if he wants to tell that situation. I'm not going to say what type of drugs he was on, what he was doing, how it went down. But how I found out was from his mother and the phone call that I got that day. But that's for a whole nother other segment, a whole nother other episode. We're just gonna leave that at that. But honestly, what's crazy is that I do let my son see his dad. Granted, it be every 2 years, every 4 years. Not because of my doing, because of his. But now that I'm really sitting here talking to y'all about this situation, I refuse for him to keep popping in and out of my son's life like he do. This is not In and Out Burger. This is not like In and Out Burger. You're not gonna pop in and pop out, pop in and pop out. I mean, nobody have to explain anything to my son but me. Like, no one have to explain it. So, yeah, nobody don't have time for my for daddy issues. Like, no, my son really asked me if his dad was dead. Like, honestly, my son asked me, "Ma, is my dad dead?" I could have said yeah, but me being who I am and the kind of heart I have, I wasn't gonna say yeah. And then one day he found out that his dad isn't really dead. But I said no, he's still alive and care about you. Like, and he love you, but as of now, he can't take care of you like he should. Like he's not able to take care of you right now. Maybe one day. And of course, it's like right after that, he calls saying how he's going to be there for his son, how he's going to be consistent in his son's life. And me just being me, not falling for the words or anything like that, because I don't believe words. I don't believe people in their words anymore. I stopped believing in people's words a long time ago. Like, I do not trust people. I do not trust people at all. Even if I'm close to you, I don't trust you. I believe the only person I really trust is about two or three people, and that's because one is my mom, one is my aunt, and the other is my aunt. And maybe one other person, and that's because, again, they're my aunt. But but even with him being like he's gonna be consistent and this and that, I let him see my son, his son, our son, not for him, but for my son's sake. I let him see my son so my son can have decent memories, which is probably not going to be that many that he have of his dad, but I at least try to let him be somewhat a part of my son's life so my son can have some okay memories. Like maybe honestly we need to go to counseling. I don't know how much good that's going to do. Um I don't know how much good that's going to do because honestly I feel like he do need counseling. He just need it on his own. Cause honestly, speaking of daddy issues, he have daddy and mama issues. Like his dad wasn't a part of his life, so maybe that's why he's not a part of his own son life, even though he's like, I would never be like my daddy. You know, most dudes say that I would never be like my daddy, I'm gonna be a part of my son or my kid's life, and bam, they're not a part of their kid's life. They're just like they sorry ass daddy who they claim they never wanted to be like. And yes, like I stated, he have mama issues too. The reason why I say that is because he has talked really, really bad about his mother. He has what he have said is nor here nor there. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he still love his mom. You know how you can't stand a person but you still love them? It's like that, I guess. But honestly, I feel like I should really just say F it and just let my son cut all ties with his dad and just wait till he's 18. I really should. But am I? Probably not. Um, because honestly, it's not like my son asks about his dad every single day. At one point he did. He do it for like a week after he see his dad, but it fades quickly and 2 years go by, 3 years go by, maybe another 4 years would go by. And the person who's really, really missing out is not my son, it's his dad. Because at the end of the day, my son have my two brothers. He have the person I call dad, and he had my stepdad. And he had my grandpa in his life. So my son is good. My son is good on the male role models aspect of it. But like I stated, every little girl and every little boy want their real dad. But sometimes that's not possible because the person is not consistent. The person does not want to be there. And I would never force anybody to be a part of my kid life. That's just who that is. I don't care who it is. I would never force anybody to be a part of my life, my son life, or anybody's life. And don't get me wrong, I never really wanted his dad anyways. It was just to get over somebody else. And I know this kind of messed up to say, but it's my truth and it's real. And it is what it is. I'm just honest. I'm just honest about what I've been through in life. And honestly, after that, I literally stopped dating. So the last time I had a man in my life was 2012. Last time, and after that, I wasn't physical with anybody for a very, very long time, and that was for 8 years. And let me say this for the people who think that it had anything to do with my son dad. No, he did not mess up my heart because I was never in love with him. He did not mess up my mind because my mind was not set on him or anything like that. The reason why I have been single for that long is because I wanted to be single at that time. Do I want to date now? Yes, of course I want to date now. Have I went on a date? 3 months ago, I did. Um, did I go on a date prior to that? Yeah, in October. Oh, in December. So yeah, October, December, and February. So either way, so I'm trying to get back on the dating scene, but mm, I need to wait for Jesus, I guess, because these men suck. But yeah, anyways, back like I was saying, my son is good. And honestly, he finished the third grade with all A's on his report card. That was not due to his dad. That was due to his mom working with him. That was due to me making sure he's good. That's me making sure whatever he need help on, he get help on. Whatever he need to be doing, he does. I make sure that my son is good, regardless. Regardless, like I'm gonna make sure my son have what he need and get what he wants. Like, period. Like, and I'm not taking credit for my son being smart because my son is smart, but I am taking credit for being there for my son. I'm taking credit for that. I'm taking credit for him knowing things. I am taking credit, making sure that my son is good. I'm here with him every single day. I'm here with him every single night when he's sick, when he's crying, when his heart is broke. I'm here. I'm here to pick up the pieces. Ain't nobody else here but me picking up the pieces. And don't get me wrong, I do have people in my life who's in my son's life and who does make sure my son is good. My mom makes sure my son is good. Both of his godparents make sure he's good. Both of my brothers make sure he's good. My godmother makes sure he's good. So yeah, he have people who truly loves him. And my son is gonna feel the love instead of an absent parent. Yeah, he's going to, I guess, feel that a little bit, but what he's mostly going to feel is the love that's in his life. So yeah, daddy issues or not, this is really a generational curse that needs to be broken. Like, maybe black men seeing their mama doing everything and thinking they don't have to do and thinking they don't have to do anything for their kids. Like, I really believe that a lot of men feel like they don't have to do nothing for their kids because they think women have it, but want to complain about the women taking care of the kids. But you're not there to take care of the kids, so why are you complaining about the person who's there taking care of the kid? You ain't helping. Especially black men. Like, in my opinion, black men, not all black men. I'm not gonna say all black men because my brothers, they are there for their kid. My brother's there for his son, and my other brother is there for his son. Yes, we all have sons, and we only have one kid. And I don't want to be like, oh, all black men are sorry, because that's not true. But most of y'all are sorry. Sorry, not sorry, but most of y'all are sorry. And women, we really have to do better at picking the man we lay with. We really do. And that is speaking to myself as well. We need to do better with the man that we lay down with. That is so very true. We really do. Like, I won't say I regret a lot of things, but honestly, I do regret picking a dude that I laid down with. And I wasn't trying to have a baby with him, but like that saying go, you play chicken and look what happens. However that saying go. But I personally can say that I've seen more men work and pay bills. At least I don't know. I mean, at least I think that makeup, do that makeup for the sorry man that I do know, that I see more black men work and pay bills at least. Mm. Now that I can't say, I can say that my brother pay bills, my other brother pay bills, my stepdad pay bills, my dad pay bills. Everybody I kind of personally known on that aspect paid bills. So yeah, I seen more men work versus a lot of men not taking care of their kids. I think I just know a lot of women who don't have their baby daddies in their lives, in their kids' lives. And I'm hate to say, but yeah, my son, dad does not take care of him. And people think like, oh, if a person pays child support, that's taking care of the kid. Um, Honestly, no, that's not taking care of the kid. That's taking some, I guess, buying a pair of shoes, but that's not taking care of the kid. You're not there at night tucking the kid in. You're not there teaching the kid anything. You're not teaching the kid their volume. You're not teaching the kid how important they are. You're teaching your kid how not to be there for their kids. You're teaching your kids how to be sorry. You're teaching your kids that they're not worth it. You're teaching your kids that part of it. But luckily, my son have a mama like me, a mama who gonna make sure that he know that he's important, a mama who gonna make sure he know that he's worth it, a kid that a mama who gonna make sure that he know that he's smart and intelligent and that he's a handsome black man. Yes, that he's a king. Not only that he's a king, that he's a child of God. Yes. Can I get a amen with that? Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get a hand clap with that? Yes. But yes. But again, women, we really have to choose better men. Let's heal before we get into relationships with someone who's just as broken as us. Like let's start choosing better. And man, y'all choose better too. Pick better baby mamas, cause sometimes y'all pick wrong. Like I know this one person literally who have 7 or 8 kids, and he's not with any of his baby mamas. So who's the problem, him or his baby mamas? If he's got like 4 or 5 baby mamas and 8 kids. Mm. And one of his baby mamas literally tried to kill him. Literally. Or two of them tried to kill him. Maybe because the penis is good. I personally do not know. I don't know. But hey. So men and women, before we choose, let's heal before we lay down with anybody. Let's heal before we get into our next relationship. I mean, no one is perfect at all. All we are trying to do is learn, but hopefully we heal So we will not bring up another generation who have super duper daddy issues or super duper mama issues or both. Let's heal so our kids can be okay. Let's heal from our traumas. Let's heal from our daddy issues. Let's heal from our mama issues. Let's heal from our family issues. Honestly, like, we all need to do better. We all have to do better. Um, we have kids now. Well, most of us have kids now, and we should want to do better for our kids. And if you don't have kids, you should want to do better for yourself. You should want to do better for your nephews, your nieces, your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your whatever, whoever is important to you. You should want to do better for them at least. If not for yourself, do better for them. But it should always be for yourself. With that being said, Glorious Black Girl is out. I love you all. And let's break these generational curses. And I'm out. That's Glorious Black Girl. And again, I'm out.